Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob. Today we got an exciting project. We're going to be putting in a new vent fan in our bathroom since the old one is tired and just doesn't do the trick, and I'm sure you're probably dealing with the same problem. So hopefully our goal here is today, straightforward video for you, step by step, so you have the confidence to do this yourself and save some money. So let's get to it. All right, so step two in the process after you've identified the fan that you want and make sure it's a good fit. For us, we have the Vavor fan here. It has all the bells and whistles. They did gift us this for this video, but pick the fan that works best for you. Other products you're gonna need is some butyl tape. You're gonna need that for below the fan up on the roof to seal it. You're also gonna need some Dicor lap sealant to seal the edges, keep it waterproof. You're going to want to have a caulk gun. You're going to want to have some scraper tools, possibly a heat gun to remove the old sealant. You're definitely going to need a screw gun of some sort to remove and reinstall. Some minor electrical tools to crimp the wires together, cut and recrimp them. Maybe a little electrical tape. For us, we're using just crimp caps. You can use butt connectors, whatever will work for you. And then probably some like mineral spirits to clean the sealant on the roof. So other than that, you should be good to go. And let's get this project started. So before you even start your project, most modern RVs are going to have what's called a 14 by 14 inch opening for your air conditioners, your fans, some of the skylights. But you just want to make sure. So come in here. It's approximate. It's going to be more 14 1/4 by 14 1/4. So make sure that your opening is appropriate and then go ahead and order your fan. So that way you can get your project started. All right, we're finally getting into it here. This fan has 4 screws. And just like that. All right, next step is we're gonna have to disconnect the wiring to it. And we have a black and a white, which is your hot and your neutral. And this is DC. I can turn off the power. However, this is low voltage. It's not gonna hurt you. If you just clip these one at a time, don't let them touch. Take a little bit of electrical tape. Just tape up the end so it doesn't short out. There you go. Okay, so now your wires are secure and you can move on to the next step and get back to these later. Okay, so that's everything we got to do on the inside. Now we have to get to the top and remove the fan from the roof. Pro tip, grab a bucket or something, put all your tools in one shot. You can even put this on a rope and pull it up. That way you're climbing up the ladder with 2 hands and you can get all your tools on the roof nice and easy. So, all right, so this is the top of your vent fan from the outside. And this is the worst part of the job, guys, is getting rid of all this Dicor, scraping this off so that you can get to these screws. There's going to be numerous screws along the edges here that we're going to need to get out and get this fan pulled up to the top. So that's just going to be a tedious process. Get your scrapers. Make sure you're not using any hard scrape tools on your rubber roof or TPO roof. You can scrape on this because there is a metal substrate there, but that's where the heat gun comes into play. You can heat this up, try to make it more pliable. This is just going to take the most effort to get this cleaned up and then get this unit out. So let's get started. So you can see here, there's our screws. Once you have them exposed, they're just going to come right out. Whoever put screws in this fan, I think they put 8 per side, which is crazy, but hey, if they build the rest of the RV like this, I'd be very happy. So when you got all your screws out, just very carefully pry the unit up. Just barely come through and scrape. You do not want to cut into your roof, so just basically try to break that seal and lift while you go. Be real slow and gentle with it, and it'll eventually come up just like that. All right, just like that, fan is out. And now we have to clean up the surface here so we can put new butyl tape and set our new fan in place. Clean it up, clean it up. Look how thin these RV roof materials are. It's not much there. All right, so just to clean up some of the old Dicor, mineral spirits is not recommended on RV roofs, however, and sparingly around the edges just to give you a nice prep surface. That's what we're using here. You're never gonna get all the Dicor up, so best thing is just to try to clean it the best as possible. Get the seal area clean, and we'll end up overcoating all this stuff as long as it's got a good connection. But we want to make sure it's nice and clean. All right, so we got the area prepped and clean. Again, we're not going to get it all off, but we got all the loose pieces off. We're going to overcoat it to recover all the stuff. Your next step is going to be to prep the fan. here's a trick. Be conscious of which direction your fan cover opens. So you want the part that's sealed toward the front of the RV, because you never want it to catch wind and grab your flap and rip this off. So it is directional. Make sure hinges are toward the front of the RV, so when this opens, it's not catching air from the road. The next step here, so we're going to take that butyl tape we talked about, and we're going to line the bottom here that's going to come in contact with the roof. So this is some sticky tape, and you're going to go right on where the screws are and seal that up. And it's got a little wax paper on the end, but you want to make sure that you're fully sealed even on your corners here, so that there's no seam where water can get in. Even overlap it a little bit, and again, set that right on your screw holes, and that's what's going to make contact with the roof and give you kind of your last line of defense. Okay, and before you're ready, you're going to want to peel the wax paper off. And you really can't use too much of this stuff because it really just seals it in. All right, just make sure you line it up nice and center so that it's nice and even on the inside. Again, hinges toward the front, double, triple check that. What I like to do is I'm going to go inside, just make sure we're lined up, and then I could get the trim piece in and we're off center, and then we're going to come back and put some screws in. All right, so I did center it inside, made sure that the trim was going to cover all the old screw holes, and now you're just going to take the factory provided screws here and screw her down. So now that we got it all screwed down and in place, last step is to use our Dicor lap sealant, and we're just going to coat the crap out of these edges, all your screw heads, and really fill over all this old stuff, because this stuff is seated very well. No sense in messing with the roof, and just make sure we're filling all this up. So let's get that done, and we're done on the roof. Up here, there's the rain sensor. So if this gets wet, this automatically closes. And you have a nice exhaust vent right there, keep the bugs out. Nice screen. It's a very nice unit. Okay, so the hard part is done, all the stuff on the roof. Now we just have to connect our wires out of this fan. We have a positive and a negative. Okay, we have our old wires here, positive, negative. We're going to strip these back, crimp these on, and we'll do that next. Remember, we didn't turn off the power, so we're doing these one at a time. Super low voltage, 12 volts, no big deal to touch, but you don't want to short them out and pop your breaker. So first I'm splicing the positive here. And again, I'm using crimp caps, but you can use butt connectors, whatever works. Give that a real good crimp. And I like to wrap a little tape around it here, because during travel, things do come loose, and this will just prevent that and keep any open wires. So that's the way I like to make the connection. All right, so before I get it all closed up, I do want to make sure it works. That way I don't have to pull it apart again. And let me turn the power on. Roof goes up. Sweet. Turn my fan out. So I can suck in or out with this new model. It does have a rain sensor on it, so if it rains outside, it's going to automatically shut itself. So a lot of great features. And I can turn the speed way up. Okay, so now that I know it's working, I'm going to tuck all my wires nice and neat. We're going to put the trim on. All right, so in our case, we're about an inch too tall on the trim, but that's fine. These are customizable. So you just want to take this out, and we're just going to cut about an inch off of the inside here. That way it tucks up in there. All right, let's see if it fits. Like that. And we're just going to put the trim screws on. All right, guys, so you watched step by step of us doing this install. It was really super easy, other than the fact of getting the old fan out, cleaning up the prep area, and getting the new one in. any DIYer could do this process, and hopefully this gives you enough confidence, and you guys will like and subscribe our future videos. That way you can see other DIY things we do around the RV. See you guys in the next video.